some time away of the Saltmarsh Sidestory. The dangers of Fire Island. Last time, gee, how'd you roll a fucking 1 as a halfling? No, it's okay.
Doesn't he naturally reroll ones?
He should,
Oh
yes.
no, it's only ones.
That was Twig. That's
okay, that's you. All right.
Oh, no, the goblin.
Oh, the goblin. Okay. For a minute there, I forgot it was mulch. Okay, but anyway, last time the party might want a juicy inspiration for recounting, but they're not going to get one. Last time they fought their way through this underground domain of dwarvish intent. They fought a lot of fiery fire newts. They fought a big snaking salamander, which almost resulted in some party deaths. Not him in particular, but just the overall damage of the party. And then came the trial of the 7 drawers. Mulch came out with flying colors and surprisingly little damage.
Is this loss?
Yes, the party came to a loss. But it was all solved. You have some swag, which hopefully you delegated out to each other. Right? You all kept track of what you had?
Mulch got on boots.
Mm-hmm.
And I stole some gems, because I'm a good monk. I steal shit.
Mainly just because of the player.
I got a shiny mace. A club, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of tools and stuff, too.
Where's
This was a good loot.
Just need to double check something here. Okay, it's deeper in. Just gotta find a notepad here. Not this one, the other one. Okay. Alrighty. And I can put the rolls back on. You are all mostly to moderately alive. The fire elementals are just hanging there. And you've kind of cleared this area out. What do? If Ginny's spitting blood, think about what's happening for poor, I need to remember names. Okon, that's it. Okon.
Not Otak, like the Warframe. I always get that mixed up.
Unfortunately, I do not have any more rosary beads, so...
Just ones for fun.
I can bless people, but that's not going to solve the problem here.
I have 2 slots left. For
Man.
healing.
Bless might have been useful, but it doesn't fix ones, and ones were the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wish ones were my problem, but that's 2s were my problem.
But while Mulch and eventually Shelley were ruffling through the drawers, they did find components of bits, and just from wasting time dicking about a bit, the 2 cats and the Goliath put together what looks like a pretty hefty key. To go into a pretty hefty key slot, and a pretty hefty door.
With a pretty hefty boss behind it.
I hope not.
Maybe. What could be behind the door? Nobody knows. Maybe something
Death.
good? Maybe something bad?
We just don't know, because we're not going to touch it. Okay, let's go back home.
My
Well,
guess is death.
I bet you it's just lore.
Could also be.
Now, I know I'm always the one to suggest doing lazy stuff, but we could take a rest.
I
find
have
that
no hit
acceptable.
dice to roll for a short rest.
Actually, I'm in the same boat.
It does mean nothing.
And I'm gonna remind you guys, these fucks are a CR half.
No, they're not. I mean, not in like actuality. They were tougher than the fucking elementals.
Yeah. Mind you,
Those
that's
are
because
supposed
I
to be like a
made.
7.
Let's be fair. I made these elementals purposely weak.
Yeah, but still, they should have been more than a half.
Take it up with Volo.
Alright, I'm wearing the salamander's heads, right?
Yeah, you tore off his dreadlock crystalline head. to
Yeah.
plump on yours.
There's a fun hat.
Yeah, jingly jangly, very pretty. Enough stalling. The fuck are you doing? Oh, let's put the fan down.
Might as well check this key out.
Yeah, we know where we have to go with that. At least we know where the room is.
Mm-hmm. All the way over here.
Basically, where we came in.
I mean, let's see.
We came in through the little open area.
Yeah, you're only
there.
65 feet off.
Yeah, that's pretty good for me.
Well, let me group you guys and I'll haul you over.
Thank you.
Doo-ba-doo, doo-ba-doo.
I feel like we're gonna be put into a volcano or something.
Right. Wait, there was this one. I had a fire elementals. They didn't do anything anymore.
Nah, they
There's
don't.
one standing around,
I
staring
mean-
in the air.
I mean, if you want to do anything with them, you can.
I mean, their stuff is all kind of messed up. It wouldn't actually make good armor, right?
It would take some
Right.
work.
We see the armor?
Yeah, you could. You could take some chunks of it. It would take some work to piece them back together, especially for your bulky frame. Okan is quite a bit more
Well-
substantial than fire elementals.
Well, I wasn't specifically talking about me, but well, any AC is better than 10.
Use it.
Almost any. Could be worse. Could have a negative dexterity modifier.
Yep. I have one character, when he runs around without armor, he's at 8 AC.
Just like a zombie.
But it's all up to you guys here. What happens? So you slot the key in the door and turn it quickly.
Yes.
No, Shelly is going to check it.
Let the halfling do
Shelly
it.
is going to. The rogue is going to do it.
I'm actually supposed to be a man of the cloth. I shouldn't be doing this kind of thing.
Yep, Shelly will do it. Yeah, so I'm going to check.
That'll be a classic
For
investigation.
Okay.
Looks fine.
Fuck.
That's a door.
Also, why are you Cornari Acidae? You should change your name.
Oops. Yeah, I should change my name.
That's a spoiler for potentially Halloween. But I have to see if I can conjure it together first. This month will be a real litmus test to see if I can put it together.
That's a fine looking door there, Lou.
Pretty above board. I mean, as a door, fine work. As a source of traps and dangers, no.
Looks
luck.
fine, y'all.
In typical CL fashion.
Yep.
Between bubbles, that's why we compress the words to y'all.
I say the monk should open the door then.
I
agree.
quantify my
think-
health levels.
I think you guys should be saying this in character.
Nobody even knows I'm a monk. I have not acted like one so far.
Well, they've
Not
seen
a
you
flurry
fist.
of blows.
Yeah.
They've seen you're a martial artist.
The little one knows how to open doors. Let him do it.
This key is bigger than me, but okay, I guess.
It is. Like the key would make a good club for Okan. Not a great club, just a club. Like it would be a
I
D6
guess
or a
just-
D8, depending on how you're using it.
I'm gonna have to jump up and grab it to try and twist it, but I will. I'll jump
Yeah.
off the ground.
Yeah, you look like Mario in the 64 game.
Ah,
You've got to jump on it to turn it. The door begins to open. And then stops, because it just opens a
Why?
little bit. Just a bit. But
Oh, that's unlocked. Bye, guys. I'm gonna go back over here.
you get a little more of that pounding sound of metal on metal. There is also an increase in the heat. And you can see the door, well, the room slightly ahead is glowing. Just a bit.
I
Wow.
forgot. Were there any runes or writing on the door?
Not at this point, no. You might want to inspect it further. I mean, Shelley seemed to half-ass it a bit.
And I had no time to look. I was out of there.
Yeah, he was busy working a key larger than he is. If you want, you could use it as a heavy quarterstaff.
Oh.
Yeah, Jenny, as you... Well, you'll have to step up to it, but you think there's something going on with this door a little bit. It looks like the surface has been a bit scarred up, and like that's not the that's not the pristine metalwork you should be seeing. Potentially, the salamander is working at it.
It looks like they were just clawing at it, trying to get in.
Not as ferociously as that. It looks like a lot of angry rubbing and abrasiveness. Might be a case of he couldn't even score it. But it's left some smeared, slag and such on it. Blends in well enough with the door.
Besides the metal on metal, do we hear anything else, like, I don't know, voices or any other type of movement?
There is the roar of flames. Also, the DC for finding this out was 10.
Oops.
Because it's pretty noticeable, but you still gotta really put your eye to it just to make it out, because, it's a big all sheet metal door kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a big fucking guess and say there's a smithy behind there.
I think it's like
Because
the
we haven't
fanciest sound
seen
in the
one, I
world.
think.
How far off does the clanging sound?
Not that far away. Like, it could be behind the next door or two. Up the stairs, through the hallway, cut across the kitchen, down through the servants' quarters, and then past the secret passage. So it's right next door.
All right, I'm just gonna push the door open a little bit, and try and peek in.
Yeah. It moves with a fair bit of force, like it's got some heft to it, as you might imagine, being a dwarven door. But what you do see on pushing one open is this table here. It has lovely white smocks. Buckets that look like they've got water stains on them. Once they might have held something. And some nice fluffy cloth.
You said white smocks. Are they clean, like clean, or?
Clean as in not stained, but they've been sitting here a while. But it's not like there's dust accumulating, it's just sort of, they've deflated a little bit with age. Like,
Are they dwarven size?
yeah.
Yes, fluffy cloth.
Yeah,
What is it?
And as you step in there, I'll reveal.
Are these anything?
Nah, those are the buckets, basically.
Okay.
And in the rest of the room, you can see that there are, well, pretty hazy-looking mirrors on the walls. And it just generally looks like a washing and scrubbing area.
Is this an operating room?
Kind of looks like it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's a case of when you're working in the forge, you build up a lot of crud.
Not true. So this is like on the way out instead of the way in, maybe. That makes sense.
In and out, this gets, some of it off, and you go into the shower room, and then you luxuriate in the pond room. Stages. You take the worst crud off yourself here.
I was just watching too much MASH, that's it.
And yeah,
So
you guys can
basically,
hear the pounding of the
over
hammer
your head.
now. What'd you say?
It's basically pour a bucket over your head first, then go into the showers.
Mm-hmm.
Get off the worst of the worst.
And also, this way you get in there, you can get some of the grime off your fingers before you go into work. Don't want to cause any impurities, after all. This door is very obviously indicating that this is a forge. You can see on it that horned creature shape. It is bisected by the middle of the door. And by each of its outstretched hands, you can see what look a bit like dwarves, but they're not drawn in the same triangular fashion. They're more blocky, more defined. And they're just like they've done a lot of jagged lines around the head and the beard. But they stand there with hammers at their sides.
So, is it dwarf demon or dwarf minotaur?
And you don't see the legs of a creature because there's a big fucking anvil carved in. So opposing is the big horned
I
creature
don't think
behind
the
the
legs
anvil.
would- I don't think the legs would give much hint as to whether it would be a demon or a minotaur.
I would confirm if it was one of them, I guess.
Do you want to roll religion? See if you can identify it, Mulch, in your complex study of demonology as an actual religious man and not just some kung fu artist.
Yeah, you know, I can give some reflection on what the fuck is the religion. I know about those.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
You
man
do?
of the cloth.
Yeah. It's got some features, but something like this not normally associated with, if it was a devil, it would have sort of more humanish features to it. That would be one kind of involved in something actually constructive and productive. That's not a demon's thing. Demon's thing is all about destruction, entropy, chaos.
Hmm.
So while it looks a bit more on the demon side, this wouldn't really be its calling.
So
Like the two-
some other kind of beast. Hmm.
You gonna open the door?
I'm not gonna do it. Oh.
So quick with a refusal. I'm not gonna do it. There wasn't even a space there.
Shelly can do it.
Anyone can do it. The first door was
Yeah,
locked. This one isn't.
that dwarf can do it.
Yeah, Woopertine, come here.
I ain't fucking doing it.
Shelly
Tell
has
us about
more
this thing.
HP. All of y'all get out of the room. Let me investigate it for traps, and then I'll try opening it.
I were hired on as a sailor.
I don't see no boat.
I take it's an investigation.
He points at the cats whenever you say that. Looks clear.
She very carefully opens the door.
There is an immense wash of heat. Heavy duty, powerful. There's a golden light filling up the room. And then as your eyes adjust to it, having to blink a hell of a lot, you can see a huge figure pounding away at an anvil with a massive hammer in his hand. He is constructed, from the looks of it, of pure metal. Literally bronze skin and musculature. A muscularity. And his head is swathed in flames. Beard of flame. His head just seems to be an iron or a brass mask floating there.
Is it a new friend?
I don't think so.
I think he's a friend.
Wooperting, can you come here? You might be more affable to this thing.
Even in the state he's in?
He'll walk up, have a look. Fuck no.
Has he noticed us? Are we still good?
He's hammering away.
Who
You,
here speaks
Halfling,
Dwarvish?
speak to him.
I do speak that, but you know.
Try talking to him.
Okay.
Grabbing the
Stand
halfling
next
and
to me.
pushing him into the door. Pushing him inside.
Well, don't push him in. Let him stand next to me, and then he can call to the thing.
Okay, I'm blocking the way out.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna peek my head in the door. You know, just lean around. Hello? I'm speaking in Dwarvish now.
You're not. As he turns to look at you. You're not one of the makers. But break time, I guess.
Okay. Sounds good.
Who are you?
My name is Mulch. I'm a wanderer. I like to go places, and I
no
find myself
son
here.
of Moradin.
Nope.
He starts to stomp towards you, the hammer on his shoulder.
Oh, I'm gonna smile at him.
Ah,
Nice.
child of the dirt. You, as he looks at Shelley. Fae of the Sea, and a son of stone. He just turns around and starts going back to the anvil.
I call back to Whooperting and I say, "You can come out."
He
I
starts
think
to,
he'd rather talk to a dwarf.
as he starts
The
to
guy
approach,
likes
he looks to Rainey and Ginny. No, I think I've been doing a good job here and all that there. I was thinking maybe we should negotiate about a bit of a wage increase once we get onto the sea back in Saltmarsh.
All right, what'd you have in mind?
A lot more gold. As he walks past. Ooh, there we go, a maker. A son of Moradin. Something cast with a bit of skill. Although, you've been seen some wear and tear, boy. Aye, very recently, aye. It's not finished yet. Needs something better. And Whooperting's eyes light up a little bit as he starts to look a little further into the room. Noticing some more. There is a fuck ton of jewels here. There is mounds upon mounds of ingots of precious metals. But there's also a ton of bent, busted, broken swords, axes, hammers. There's so many components that have been melted down in just a big pile by themselves, and so many crushed, broken, shaped gems. You're coming in, you're letting the heat out. It is damn hot in here. But then, that's not new to the crew. If anything, it feels like you're back outside.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense given the guy's fire.
And of course, the massive raging forge. Which, come on, I click reveal. There we go. Have extensive a room. And yeah, it is just knee-deep in used material all around. Of weapons that have been scuttled and intentionally broken and busted and melted down again.
You'd think he'd get bored eventually, you know?
He's still hammering away.
What are you making? Wait. Was all of this in Dwarvish or in Common?
You can still ask the question if you want. He might answer. But yeah,
Right.
Wubberting and all and Mulch have just been talking to him in Dwarvish.
Yeah. What is he making?
You could ask
Question
me
two.
yourself.
Oh. What are you making?
Trying to make something worthy of the teacher. Of something grand and powerful that could slay embodiments of chaos. A creature of constant foul change and its everlasting spawn. And everything I've made is just trash. I mean, you look at the thing he's working on right now as he pulls it out, it is what you'd see normally in artistic depictions as the sword of a champion. This is gem encrusted, beautifully sculpted, but it still looks like a real weapon. And he just gives it one big whack with a hammer to bend the blade and toss it aside. Need something interesting, something useful.
Like what?
If I'd known that's feline, I'd have walked out and gotten it. The shipments have stopped. As the war ceased.
What war?
Against the Changer Boy. The thing that ruined us.
Do I know what he's talking about? Any idea?
No.
You've seen some murals depicting a weird draconic creature of just covered in teeth and claws. And you've seen it did have an array of creatures below it as well. So you've got an idea of it, you just don't know what it is.
These creatures below the draconic figure, do they perhaps look like the Kuotar or the Fire News?
The party would have told Okan about it, but it's a case of they just look like twisted creatures, and it's a case of, not on their scale. They don't look distinctly like Kuatoa. I'll say that.
All right.
It's a case of
This
is a mass of claws, teeth, fangs, limbs. These are the ends of swarming hordes and dragons.
Woohoo! Demons and dragons.
And more. Oh my.
Oh boy.
Now the combo package.
Well, I mean, you should probably explain to him that we're not from here, right? Is anybody from here? I'm new here.
No.
I mean, technically, Shelley's just in the local neighborhood, but that's because she lives in the ocean. In the broad scheme of things, every coast is just next door.
I'm gonna ask him who was giving you shipments, who was sending them.
The Maker's Boy, Sons of Morden, the whole colony here. This is why we were here. Me and my brothers, and the teacher.
Who is the teacher?
We're not to say no more. Ye over here, son of stone. And he points to this wall. Well, this whole wall. And you can see on it the frame of one of the murals, but in front of it is mounted a huge, almost featureless mask. And it's chained against it. There's a few cracks and fissures, but they are entirely designed into it. The teacher was amazing. He knew how to make, how to craft. He created something amazing. And then they said, let's not do that again. Fools, a lot of them.
Why did they say that?
You think I'm allowed to say that? No, lad. You want to know? You try and take that off.
He's pointing to the mask.
Yep. Now, of course, by mask, it is a shape of mask, but it's about 10 foot wide, 10 foot tall. Also, Ginny, roll me, do you have Arcana or Religion or anything?
It's a good question. Let me check.
Yeah.
No for Arcana and no for Religion.
Okay. Just looking at the group, he's probably the only, he's the vague one who might know.
Wait, who?
Unless someone wants to roll really high on Arcana or Religion. And I mean real
I
high.
can give it a shot on religion. I can give it a shot.
Yeah, as you try to work out, what does the mass symbolize? Who does that symbolize?
Yeah.
Looks like a divine sort of shape.
I'm very sneaky and also.
Looks like a divine
Wise?
sort of shape.
Yeah. That's the mask. Yeah.
This could be used for certain festive occasions, perhaps religious festivals and coming-of-age ceremonies. But they'd have to have a really big face to wear it.
Yeah. Something big. Big face.
You've been through the war, son of stone. You mean Geocon? If you're there.
I actually don't really know what to respond to here.
Yeah, that's fine. You can be confused. That's a free action.
Yeah.
You look like one of them. A maker, he had products kept in his home. Looked like you.
Okay.
Where are the makers?
Um, Dead, mostly, I guess. I'm not from around here. I just stranded here, looking for my friend on this island. He got lost, but you haven't left the forge in a while, haven't you?
Just tilts his head back for a moment, still working on new ingots, flattening it out, glancing at all the misused products and materials. There was word of an attack, alarms, yelling and roaring, disrupting my work. I had the forge locked so I wouldn't be interrupted.
How long do you think you had the forge locked?
He starts to rummage around, pulling apart things as he's just sort of, doing a little bit of a mental inventory on how long it took for some of these things. nigh on 12 centuries.
That is a while.
That's a well.
I wonder if he gets paid overtime.
He does it for the thrill of it.
Yeah. I don't think the makers have been alive for a long time on this island. There are only these fish people and these fire lizards around now.
Ah. Fish. With limbs.
Yes, roasted fish.
Ah.
Look tasty, but are not.
Fine. Even mine, guys. This is probably your best time to start asking questions and find shit out.
I was wondering about the giant, faceless light entity that stole the boat.
Well, how do you phrase that question?
I was wondering about the giant faceless light entity that stole the boat.
Good lad, I knew you'd do it.
Fucker.
No clue. They couldn't keep golems working. They'd take them over, they'd last a while, but the change would bring them apart.
But maybe somebody figured it out?
Quick question: what took the boat down that I was on? Because that was a while ago.
Same thing. It was
So it was a faceless light thing.
It was a colossal, broad, lumpy-limbed, humanoidish figure with an incredibly tall head with a shining beacon atop it. And yeah, it grabbed hold of his ship, but also you passed out in the fog that surrounded it. So you mainly saw silhouettes. You didn't really see the thing clearly.
Would the size of that thing, would its head be the same size as this mask?
Oh, no. Way bigger.
Okay.
Besides, how would it get
Okay,
in?
so I try to I try to describe the creature and say, does that sound like one of those golems you were talking about?
That's a big one. I have others that could work it, could make it. That size, though, take time, take longer. No, not the changers too stable, too defined. Would take great work.
Why would they attack ships?
To carry in the supplies.
I don't know, lad. I don't know what this thing is. Okay, maybe ask about the B plot instead of the A plot. When you think he's been down here for 1,200 years, or 12, yeah, maybe he doesn't know about the fish. Because in the murals, you have not seen any Kuatoa. You've seen a lot of monstrous things, but nothing as just plain as a fishy creature.
There was also one that kind of regarded the volcano, right?
Yes, that was the honor to the beardless.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, forever honor for the beardless, for they fueled the forge. You want to bring that up to him? in the form of a question? Or just with a rising intonation? If it sounds like a question, even though it's a statement?
Who are the beardless?
Brave makers. We needed fire. Purest of fire. We went to volcano. Down to its depths, right to the heart, to the very gate of plains. We built them a prism. Capture the purest of flame. Condense it. And they brought it back. Scalded, hairless. Full of pride. Good crafting makers. Mulch, in your mind, obviously he's meaning dwarves. Like, he's saying makers, but it's sounding like a very old term for dwarf.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense to, yeah.
Yeah.
Given the beardless thing, too. I didn't know they went into the fucking volcano, but, you know.
Charms, protections, armor, tools, all forged to keep them alive. But survival not assured.
Do you know the fire newts that have been floating around in here?
Their kind lived in the volcano.
Okay.
They once covered the island. We thinned their numbers. Chased them away. Buried their hatcheries.
Yeah. We did pretty much the same thing.
They wanted the fire. The great prism was their prize. Good fodder for green warriors. Man, the toughest challenge the party has faced. A conversation. Leading a conversation.
I want to punch things.
Yeah, you gotta work out. I mean, there's so many things you could ask him. This is the first time you've met someone who knows anything.
To
I
be
mean,
fair,
yeah.
I've been just here for what was it?
No, it's fine. Like,
3 sessions?
yep, it's fine in your
Yeah.
case. And Pan
Do
could
you know where the
claim.
port is?
What was that? Sorry, Pio?
Do you know where the port is?
Port. Built several times, last I know. South of the island. To not be in the
Yes.
shadow of a volcano.
All right.
And a beautiful view of the stars to guide by.
And Shelley's just realizing the fact that there is no night anymore, so there is no beautiful view of the stars.
Oh, yeah, this guy hasn't been outside.
Well, more importantly, he just said that there was night on the island before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she's thinking of.
Yeah.
She just kind of goes, "Have you been upstairs lately?"
He's already said, not for 1,200
No.
years.
Are the last time you went upstairs, had the night already stopped, or was it eternal day when you came down here?
No, the work would occur as the sun rose and set, as the moons rose and fell. There was day and there was night.
I mean,
Do you have any idea why night might have stopped?
he hasn't stopped working, has he?
Just turn it off and on again.
Yeah, see if we give him a break. Maybe it'll be night. We can
What
sleep.
you guys don't know is that there was actually a charity drive being held in Neverwinter, where clerics around the world would all cast daylight. And as long as they keep it up, kids are going to get money. It's all for the kids. They call it sunshine lollipops. Anyway. No, I make, I build, I enchant. I craft for the heroes, for warriors, for makers. The sky is for someone else.
Is there anyone in particular that did the sun or the sky?
I assume you're gods.
Oh boy.
I bet you if we bring him whatever it is he needs to make a quality weapon, he'll stop working, and then we can
Just
See.
kill him.
we could kill him. Not right now. We need to take a long rest first. But after that,
We're not killing anybody.
that's what we
What
do.
is it that you're? What is it that you think you need to forge a quality weapon?
Finer metal. Gems. Pure. So many facets. I need a muse.
You know, I conveniently I have this bag full of gems that I found and obtained from a drawer. You want to see if these are any good?
Bring them to me, son of soil.
Okay.
Who was taking the gems off the ships?
Kuatoa.
Yeah.
Do we still have that big one, or is that in camp?
Did you bring the tit gem, you mean?
I think your fucking mudman has it.
No. I'm gonna let that for sure.
The
No.
Kuatoa weren't specifically taking gems, though. They were carving
They were
up the
taking
figureheads.
everything.
Yeah. Well, they
Yeah.
were specifically just carving up the figureheads.
And that did come from a crashed boat, which kind of suggests it was just someone's party yacht, but it's possible it could be good enough.
Yeah.
This guy seems the right kind of size to put that into a weapon.
Especially a big weapon like he wants to make.
New
We can
subquest.
present all those things.
Hunt down the Mudman.
Oh no.
I think we can assume that Mudman left it.
We can hunt him down just for satisfaction.
It's going to be his only company on the island.
Shit, so is the gem at the camp?
Yeah, we'll save the gems at the camp, because it's a big, bulky gem.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Jenny will describe the gem in like size and all that, and would this help you?
Does he tell him about its function?
No.
I need to have it in my hands.
I bet you'd like that.
Why'd you gotta say it like that, Corvus?
You knew he had to say it like that.
Yeah, but now I can't stop laughing.
He's making a a kneading cupping motion in the air with his hand outstretched.
He's just making bread.
Oh, man. If Mudman was still around here, I'd give you a desperation attack after the news that Ginny came with. If you want to make an escape. Just once. You can only use it once.
I'm glad Vernon's gone.
What, you wouldn't want to use the Tennessee Man maneuver?
No.
How far is the camp from us right now? It's a few days now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about a day and a half. On the bright side, it's it's a bit quicker now because you know the route. It was a couple of days to get here. But you've got an idea of a way to go.
I mean, kind of know what to look out for when it comes to enemies.
I will ask the party, do we want to go get that gem?
Yeah, I think that
Mean-
might be a good decision.
But he also mentioned metal, right? Some higher quality metal.
I don't think we've seen any high quality metal.
So where would we look?
Hmm.
Actually, let's ask him. Do you have any ideas where we could find some better materials for you, like metals?
We had to ship it in. We tapped what we could of the island.
Where were you shipping it from?
Lands beyond. The makers didn't have need to say, I had no need to ask. But they brought it to the port. They would haul it to the warehouses. They would bring it here, but they long stopped delivering.
Where's one of those warehouses? Maybe we can stop by and check for you.
Dotted all along. He gives you better directions, but because it's a bit of a free-form thing where you're kind of linear, because it's meant to be a mini-campaign, you'll hit them, don't worry.
Ah.
It's a small
Yeah.
island.
So something just came to mind. If since now it's clear the island can have a night. Well,
To be fair,
what are
the
we gonna
party
do
knew
about
this
that?
the party knew this already, if they had read the journal.
yeah, but
Yeah, we know that, but
what about that? Not the thing, the dead thing that makes the flies?
Well, I mean, that wasn't even a dwarf.
But it was countered. It was countered by light, or at least the sunlight. So if that goes away, that's bad, right?
Ah, he ruined the epilogue.
we should definitely go back to camp for that reason alone.
So you'll do this then.
We'll
You're
bring you
swearing
stuff.
it.
No. Somebody else will.
Also, he looked over your gems and just pointed out their pocket change, basically. This is just what they used instead of coins.
But yeah, more money.
Yeah.
It'll take us a few days to get it back here, but we'll bring it.
I'll have an oath from you.
Sure.
I can't promise the quality, but I will promise that the gem we're talking about we will bring, and I can promise that we will look for the metal.
A river of words, as expected of a sea elf. But you'll not go there undefended. Let's see what is acceptable to leave here. Everyone, roll me a d20. Let's test your luck.
I love it when we roll random numbers.
All right.
8.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
Double 8.
Wow.
This is incredible.
I want to be cruel and
There you
just...
go. Pick one.
It's
No,
like
no.
a couple 20s in there.
You only get you only get 120.
All those though, only 2 ones that are like, what is that, 520s?
I really want to just
100.
stride out and say nothing. You get nothing, but no, you get things, just not as much as you were hoping for.
So effectively, Rainy and I got 11s, and everybody else rolled under 10.
No, I rolled an 8.
Yeah.
Well,
she
if I
rolled
had a
an eight
1, I could
first.
reroll, but I rolled a fucking 2 again.
Oh fuck!
But in this case, you get one thing each instead of multiple. Ocon,
I don't get 2 for being the highest.
Yep.
what is your highest armor proficiency?
Medium, I think.
Medium?
Yeah.
Which case you are provided with a
I'd said medium.
you are provided with a fine breastplate. It fits snugly
Alright.
and adjusts itself automatically.
Nice.
You also
That-
feel a little bit cooler with it on.
Oh, that's a nice one on this
Mhm.
island.
Basically air conditioned. It does not provide resistance against fire.
All right.
This is kind of what
Hey,
you...
air conditioned armor is pretty much fire resistance at this point.
Mulch. You get a pair of trousers.
Excellent.
Oh,
Are they made
thank
of
God.
leaves? What are they made of? Silk? Something nice?
Very dense. It's fabric, but man, like whenever you're just holding it, it feels like it's hard to move it around, but then you slip them on and it just moves with you.
Ah,
Spandex.
Yes, you have your magical Spanx. Well done. Ah, boy, these depressing rolls. Rainy, Vo?
I like the good pants.
See, now here's the thing, though. For the 2 rangers, what are your approaches, ranged or melee?
I prefer range.
I think Rainy's going to say she prefers range as well.
I do, but I've been fighting in melee a lot more often.
Well, you are provided the pair of you to divide amongst yourselves. A magical bow of a +1 variety. It is a longbow. It also does not use arrows. As you draw it back, you see the wind itself coil around tightly into an arrow. So it only does force damage, which is handy.
Interesting.
Mhm.
And
To be
beside that,
fair, Ginny does have a gun.
he does have a scatter shotgun. And alongside that is laid down a very fancy, dexterous sword. It looks like a scimitar, but stretched out and longer, sort of needlepoint. It's light, it's finesse.
Like a really long rapier?
More like a very drawn-out scimitar, like a Persian scimitars.
Mm.
It's a DA +1. But it also allows you. But it also allows you to cast Thunderwave upon yourself.
Ooh.
Oh, that's actually pretty handy.
It's only a DC 12. But Kuatoa are not that tough.
You say that, but look how we did with this whole dungeon.
I
Those
know.
are newts.
And
Totally
getting into the
different
dungeon, and that bit before, too.
thing. Look at how great. Maybe it's just us.
I will defer to Rainy's choice.
I'd honestly prefer the bow.
And Shelley. What is lacking in Shelley's life?
Lots of things.
And then he sees you've got the crossbow, so you're sword already. But he will. Let's see here. See, I've got a few items sitting, and it's just which one is most appropriate right now. What do you feel you're desperately requiring as a character?
I'd say probably a better melee weapon because we have the dagger, but
All right then. All right. Just for a bit of flair, I'll bring out the third whip. This one is of ratcheting metal links. It's 2d4 plus 1 of damage, slashing.
Let me try to get this written down really quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it properly or I'll just write it down on a notepad and then I'll input it later. Okay, so 2d4
Plus 1.
plus 1. And it was slashing, obviously.
Yeah. I know it seems like you got the short end here, Okon, compared to Mulch, but in this case, you are immune to environmental effects on the island.
My pants look really great.
Nice.
Which is really handy considering you're Goliath and not built for warmth.
Yep.
So what should I add for the sword?
It's a d8 plus 1 slashing.
And what should I name it, Corvus?
It is up to you. He doesn't provide any names for these things. He is very matter-of-factly just giving you what you feel are very fancy, but also just cast-offs. Have this so you don't die while helping me.
And is none of this stuff attunement or?
Let's see here. The armor would be attunement. The trousers are attunement. You don't know why yet, but they are.
I'll attune to them, I guess, next time we have time.
And the bow is attunement.
Alright, what were the stats for the sword?
D8 plus 1.
And it's dex, right?
Yep. It's finesse and light. So if you want to do some offhand attacks, you can. As long as you take the attack action first.
And you said it's a +1?
Yep.
Hmm.
This party is good at taking notes.
I was petting my dog.
Fair enough. It's important to give KK Ryder attention.
Because he wanted attention.
Nice, Eva Giff. Good job. I mean, technically, like, for a 2 and a 4. Jesus, guys, really.
I mean, should I call them spandex pants? Is that okay?
No,
Damn.
they're not stretchy. They're dense material.
I'll call them pandex pants.
And then when you attune to them, you realize what they give you. You can freely cast True Strike.
Oh,
Is it
That's
a
not
free
bad.
action? Yeah. That actually. Oh, hold on. My battery's low on my headset.
Okay.
So basically, every attack has advantage for him.
No, it's his action to cast it.
All right.
True Strike is for the next attack, right?
Yeah, the attack next round.
By the same player.
Yeah.
How long does it last?
Oh, perfect. We're getting off strong here.
Hold on. Is 5e tools down for anyone else?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's just down right now.
Yeah.
Shit.
There's still a mirror, but you're not going to be able to pull stuff in from it.
Yeah. True Strike is on roll 20 anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's in the compendium, so enjoy that. You have that. You can use as much as you like with your action.
That's nice.
Yeah, sure.
And I look stylish.
And comfortable.
I mean, the style is the main thing, to be honest.
And to not have your balls swinging.
To be fair, he probably enjoyed it.
I don't know, with all those kicks and twirls he does, that's some high-impact ricochets.
I feel like maybe I'll be Bruce Lee one day, except, you know.
Like he jumps and spin kicks
No.
some guy in the head for 6 bludgeoning, and then as he whips around, his sack comes the rest of the way around and does 1 point.
Let's
That's
be
the
honest.
worst way to
his
get a
sack
plus
isn't
one.
that big.
That's why it's only a +1.
Yeah, it's the speed of it.
You get speed teabag.
Well, I, for my part, am just happy with a +4 to my AC.
Yep.
That's a
That's
big
big.
buff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the shit side. Because he's got a minus dex, it does take away from medium armor.
I
it's
don't
still
have
higher.
a minus, I just have a flat 10 in
Yep.
dex.
Okay. But you got some protection, and you're chill.
Yeah.
You're comfortable.
Yep.
That has been a first.
And I haven't even given it fire resistance
Mhm.
yet. Right. So everyone has gotten stuff. And now, what was the gem you were talking about?
Explain to him the gem. Ginny,
Yeah, me
Rainey,
too.
and Shelley.
too.
It was a gem from one of the figureheads on one of the boats. It was quite large.
All right.
Nothing more to say,
I
no
do have-
details?
I mean, technically, Rainy is not wrong.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's lacking some of the detail that makes this gem so colorful.
It looks
That's
like one of
right, there's two.
those, and Ginny points at Shelly's boobs.
An elf?
I mean, he might have to look hard for it. She's a sea elf. She's streamlined.
But
I'm
she
sure.
has boobs, and they're kind of obvious too, considering her lack of normal attire. She just kind of gestures to the chest region.
I see.
Now stop seeing.
I guess.
Someone pull Lenny away from her.
Hmm.
I guess they took all
Alright.
kind of boats into this place.
Let's get the.
Well, I just have one
I-
question for
I
this
guess
guy
it-
before we leave.
This
Why
guy
was he
looks
making
more.
pants?
Okay,
you-
I did not expect that question.
Do you ask him that? Why is he wearing pants?
No, why is he making pants?
The makers, the warriors they bring in, they need protection from the elements. Which is most of the reason people wear clothing, Pan.
This isn't the place to make pants, is all I'm saying, you know?
I'm kind of trying to imagine this guy with a sewing needle.
Yeah, but he still uses his hammer on it.
Yeah. Hit a piece of cloth long enough and it turns into pants.
It's an incredibly powerful sewing machine.
That's why they're so
Hmm.
dense. It's actually made of metal.
Yeah, let's see. Does anyone have... Let's see. Arcana, History... yeah, that's about all that would really apply here. If you want to work out what he is.
I have
I'm
history.
dumber than a box
None
of
of the above.
rocks, so
It will be a mystery then.
16.
To the 9-inch club.
With 16, you've got an idea of it. There are these... They're normally not this big, but with metal bodies and a flaming head, you'd say he's an Azer. Who are elementals that have a full mind and will to them. And they are dedicated craftsmen. They're also pretty much artificial in that Azers make other Azers. They build a body and then instill the fire in it. From day one, they look like him. They don't just
So
start walking out of a
basically-
plane. They don't just walk out of a plane of fire, is what I'm saying.
So basically elemental dwarfs.
And they're
big.
typically used as slave labor by Ifriti and other nefarious types. Devils in particular love their work. Because they can work without rest, without food, water, anything.
For a while, it seemed.
As an elemental creature of fire on this island, he is eternal. And they're normally not that friendly.
Hmm.
And that is all you know. So, what's the party up to?
Gonna head back to get the gem.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How? And I know it's hard because of the no moon night thing. How long has it been since we entered here?
I mean, the fucked up thing is, because of how combat works, you've been here maybe... let's see.
I mean, we did take
You've had
a short rest,
Yeah. Had only ones, I think.
and we were out in the jungle before entering here, so I don't really know how long it's been.
And you also had a short rest out there as well.
Yeah,
So we've got
a
2
couple
hours,
hours
at least.
since we.
So it's about 2.5 hours.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, we're going to extend that to about 3.5, because you also did some searching about the rooms and whatnot.
Yeah, there was some puzzling, yeah, but
I'm gonna ask him. Would it be okay for us to rest here before we head back?
Not here. Get out of the forge first. I don't need snoring when I'm working.
That's understandable.
Yeah, because Ricky doesn't leave the room. You know you're fine. It's just a case of you did see smoke trails getting closer. I'll remind
Is
you
there a
that
way to lock the entrance door? Not to the forge, but to the place down here.
I mean, you could lock the forge, and probably a good idea to do so.
yeah.
But yeah, you could
We'll keep
always
it
try
clean.
to barricade some doors. I mean, if you barricade in here, that would be terrifying. Because you're just going to be standing submerged sort of in water the entire time. For 8 hours. For Shelly, fine. For everyone else, it's going to work on your paranoia a little bit. What if the enchantment doesn't work the entire time? It's been here for all these years. One stone
What
crumbles
if you
and
use
a
all the magic?
yeah, one stone crumbles and a glyph breaks. Maybe it's not even meant for... Maybe it only works on shifts. Yeah, you could find a place to hunker down for if you want. But in
Food
this case,
storage.
choose. Yeah.
No, not in the toilets. Well, the halfling maybe.
I am piss pants.
What'd you do? Mark them?
Yeah.
The second he put on new trousers, he just had to make sure they're his.
No. Ah.
He has to find a marker to put his name on the inside of the waistband.
I'm
these-
like a Bear Grylls my own ink.
No, these are built for dwarves. That means he has to chisel it on the label. It's solid. It's a solid tab of stone. Really annoying when it gets between the ash cheeks.
Yeah.
This party, I feel, lacks
there-
a bit of motivation. Holy shit.
There was the room with all those items in there. We can maybe get some food before we leave too, if we sleep in there.
Yeah, it was brought up food storage and the kitchen.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
That's probably like
Shelly's just planning on sleeping in the nice room.
Oh, we're
A
gonna split
nice
the party
room had
here.
skeletons in it, didn't it? The break room or something. This room. This
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it was like
I think this one had skeletons in it.
Mhm.
This one too.
Yep, that had a lonely skeleton.
Well,
This
if you
was the
don't like
water room, right?
skeletons, you can probably
Nah.
sleep in there.
no.
This was the water room. The
This
star
one.
the star was the altar room.
Okay.
With who you now assume is called
It-
the teacher.
We felt what did we feel in here? That we were just underwater?
Yeah, you're fucking underwater in that room, but you can breathe.
Okay.
So for Shelly,
But
it's heaven.
it feels nice, like it's not scalding ass hot water.
No, it's very cool. It's very cool, chill, relaxing.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna sleep in there.
Ginny is gonna have a very strange moment as a cat. Mulch, do you reach in to try anything in the storehouse?
Well, I actually still have the gloves and tongs that came from this room, so I know how to use those.
Damn, he remembered.
I have them in my inventory. I'm keeping those with me till we leave.
Alrighty, so the party hunkered down. Anything to chat about? Now that things have changed a little bit?
So what do you guys think of that whole fucking mess?
Well,
It's
explains a lot
still
of
a
things.
fucking mess.
Explains a lot of things,
Yes.
and we know where a port may be. So that might be a place we can actually sail away from.
Yeah.
Shame it's on the
Also,
other
if,
side of the island.
Hey Corvus,
if he comes outside, if you can make pants, you probably can make a ship.
when I climbed that giant cock, did I see anything that resembled a warehouse?
No, because you guys were on the north corner, like the northeast corner of the island, so the volcano and a lot of jungle was in the way. Actually, no. Come to think of it, the ship you climbed up on was more sort of central north. So yeah, volcano was blocking out most of your view. Let's see here. Let me just.
Okay.
I think it's this one. Starting beach element. I really need to rename some of these panels. Okay, here we go.
Sweet home!
It's been a while, yeah. So yeah, if we bring it over here.
How am I just realizing like the hands on this map? What the fuck?
Hmm?
How am I just realizing the hands and the face on the
You
ship
haven't seen
map?
that? What?
How
What?
What?
The whole, there's a waterfall the whole time!
Maybe because I was zoomed in, I really wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Plus, you were looking further
Maybe.
down.
Also, Vernon is still here, speak of the devil.
Yep.
Kill.
He didn't really leave. He just went back to camp. Like fuck this.
Yeah.
You're still there. Oh my god.
The hands and face are not part of the setup. Like that's just because I had to get the map from somewhere. Because it was a perfect
Yeah.
fucking map for the scenario. I mean, look at it.
Is this the giant cock or no?
Yeah, it's this one. On the
Yeah,
lower.
that one.
Alright.
Yeah, you might want to
And
explain
then over
that.
is
You might want to explain that for Battlebread.
the giant cock.
Yeah, I have little idea what's actually going on right now.
So this,
I believe it's the same ship. that we got the tit from.
All right.
You're not helping with context. So,
All right. So apparently, one of the ships, the mast looks like a giant penis. That's that thing over there. Oh wait, well, yeah, we're not actually looking at it right now, are we? When you were looking, did you see a giant penis?
he wasn't really looking there. It's a bit tough too because it just pokes over a ravine. It's not that much taller.
All right. Who let the bard build the ship?
Technically,
Oh, okay.
it is called the Good Ship Venus. The figurehead. Oh yeah, the figurehead is a whore in bed and the mast, a mammoth penis.
Yeah, that's where we live.
Lily would explain. Oh, not Lily. Wow, wrong person. Shelly would explain that.
Basically, it
That she
looked like a
knows.
fun time ship, but it's actually a reference to a Sex Pistols song, Friggin' and Riggin'. I mean, the other ships are quite nice, apart from the one with the halfling corpse in it that you might want to explain too.
It's the flies I was talking about earlier. It's cursed and it lets out flies forever. And unless it's in the sunlight, the flies just fill up any space they're in. But they die in sunlight, so that's good.
That sounds horrible.
It's terrible. It was awful. It was tough.
It was great. The party made
Why?
great panic decisions about it. Yeah, he was just stuffed
So,
underneath
yeah.
the boards in the hold.
we just shoved him back where we found him. And just
No, the
pretended
great
it
part
happened.
was, at first you found it and then saw all the flies coming out, so you just left it to sit down for a bit, think about things, and then came back to it, and then put the boards over him.
I wish we could reload our save.
Just.
We haven't been in camp for a long time.
Yep.
I'm
But
sure
yeah,
it's fine.
This is basically your progress here.
The fanfish has camp locked down pretty tight, I'm pretty sure.
The fanfish, truth,
No.
and then the extra sailors.
Who hopefully are still useful.
I don't know, they were fucking horny.
No, they weren't. Well, a couple of them were hitting and hollering, but they didn't get attention. Then there was that awkward moment when I was just trying to be friendly, and then Shelley points out, "Oh, your dolphin tattoo. You know they're very horny creatures." No, I did not know that. Let me go sit down as I walk over, hunched over. But, you know, as the sailors will say, any port in a storm.
Jesus
It's not a
Christ,
port.
Corvus.
So yeah, any deliberate.
Alright.
Oh yeah, still not fully explained. The big gem was remaining in the remaining tit of the whore in bed. It was the
Yeah.
nipple. The other breast.
Oh, chat.
Yeah. The other. Yeah, it was a huge gem though. Like it's bigger than your palm. Especially Okon's
All right.
palm.
How big were those tits?
Well, pretty huge, but there's only one left. The Kuatoa carved one off.
Like assholes.
They had carved a piece off each of the figureheads.
Talking to weirdos.
We caught them working on this figurehead, right?
Yep, they were taking the other tit.
I also had an arm and a leg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's stuff like a pointing halfling. Like a big beer flagon with there's a drinking fiend one as well. It's been a while since I noted these down.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a piece
I
missing.
remember the flagon thing.
Yeah. That was on the rum belly. Which is my favorite one because whenever I said that, everyone chimed in, that's a good name for a ship. Who wants to serve aboard the Rumbelly? Then there was the Storm Giant's Toe, the Siren's Perch, the Stagnant Charms, and the Nearly Marry. The Nearly Marry had the end bits scuffed off and not quite finished.
Maybe when we get back to camp, we can ask the sailors, have they seen anything that might be useful, like metals and other things? Or we can give them a job to go look for some.
And if they don't do their job, we'll kill them, because they're no longer useful, right, guys? That was the moral compass of the party.
I did not
No,
say
Shelly
that.
would not allow that.
It surprised me that it was Rainey who said that, or at least confirmed it, or agreed with it. But yeah,
Someone explain why the rogue is one of the moral compasses of the party.
because class has nothing to do with alignment in this game. That's older edition D&D you're thinking of.
Still.
It's also the rogue with 9 intelligence.
Yep, she's dumber than a box of rocks.
It's a -1.
But you
It's
had
not a
to
massive
answer right
issue.
away.
Dumb as a box of rocks is a 6 or a 5. A -1? Maybe you just struggle with a bit of calculus. You're fine. It's not that big a deal. Now, a -1 in Constitution means you are terminal. You're fucking dead. You're useless.
That's just a numbers game at this point, though. Few level ups. Ooh.
There's only so much you can do. You always need health.
How far are we underground right now, Corvus?
Quite a bit. Like, it was, it was about a 5-minute
It was
walk.
it was a long staircase down, right?
Yeah, it was like a 5-10 minute walk.
Where the forge was, and I probably don't remember this, but does it look like there would have been a smokestack above ground that we would have seen that corresponds to that forge?
That's the thing. No. There was smoke billowing out of it, but none of it came up from into the air from when you guys were approaching it. There were
Could ask
smokestacks
them before we
further
leave.
away.
Moving ones, right?
Moving ones, yeah.
You could just ask them before you leave what they do with the smoke.
Okay, this map will put you back.
I'm sure not everything is a trade secret.
It's up to the party here to put some drive in place.
Well, I thought he was asking the question.
Yeah.
I don't know. You were talking out of character.
Yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
ask him about the smoke, and does he know? I'll ask him about the smoke from the
Probably
forge
doesn't.
first.
Alright.
So there's no smoke coming out of it in this room right now?
No. Over here, cat. You behold above. The smoke gone. Taken to the volcano. There
Oh,
are
it goes to the volcano.
circles of arcane. Funneled there. They talked of pipes of a network. Too much hassle, just paid in coin to a wizard.
Huh.
Didn't want to show what our forges are.
What's the name of the wizard?
Never learned it. Started with tall.
Tal, Tal.
Aye.
Right.
Was an elf, if that help.
Never help.
I give him a glare.
He looks you right back in the kneecap.
You probably don't know this, but what about those smokestacks around the island?
No, none of our places have it coming out, all funneled away. Unless the buildings broke, the circles ruptured, but then why would the fire be in them? You'll not find our
Fair
homes
enough.
that easy. I say that to our enemies. You, I've told you where to go.
Okay.
Can I
Are
pet
there
your
any
fur?
Are there any more traps or something we should be aware when we go to these warehouses? I mean, this place seemed unpleasant for intruders.
As it should be. I never went, never looked. Probably. But you don't look like it's your first time with tricks, traps, and survival.
Well, I blame the halfling.
Yeah, I just got here.
He has a name.
The
The
halfling.
halfling.
Yeah. Tiny guy.
Teensy weensy ittle bittle.
Remember,
Yeah.
remember, he might be
Operating a
small.
small guy.
He might be small,
Mulch
but he could punch
is
you right in the
tiny guy.
dick.
Yeah. But I can shove him. And he can probably not do anything against it.
No, I guess the roll dex against that.
Ah, right. True.
It's only initiating a grapple or a shove where you need athletics.
Yeah, it's one of the few. Whichever is higher, you can pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But only for a receiver.
I can also just not heal him.
Any other quandaries
We have
among
to
the
practice the.
Any other quandaries among the party? Things you want to straighten out? This is a good chance.
Not really.
I do want to look for Marcellus, my friend. He went missing. So, but I don't really know where he is. Yeah. Would be nice if we could keep an eye out for him.
We'll keep an eye out.
We find all kind of people around here. Well, I don't, but people before me did. I'm sure.
Are you going to lock the door after we leave?
Definitely.
It's on you to lock it.
Would you prefer if we locked it?
I don't need distractions.
All right. Locking the door again, I guess.
As
Yeah, well-
Rainey might have informed you, like, they don't need food, water, anything.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been fine for more than 1,000 years.
Yep, this is what he does.
So,
The last thing he probably would mind if we were to poke around his room and stuff. So we probably shouldn't do that.
You could
But
always
the adventurer in me wants to look around.
You could always take on the mass challenge.
not right now, if any time at all.
You know, it'd be funny if I tried to put it on because I'm so small.
No, you don't have. You have to take it down, not put it on.
Well, that's small. It'd be funny if I tried to put it on.
Nah, it's too big
wouldn't
for it to
even-
be humorous. Like, it needs to be slightly oversized. But this is 10 by 10.
Like, you know,
You know?
20% too big, maybe. Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll leave it.
Also, now for a trivia question on the party. They are also... The main Saltmarsh crew are also missing people. But who?
The DM.
Yeah.
No. You're right. I said it wrong. Not the main Saltmarsh crew, but backup fuck-ups. You guys. You guys are missing people, but who?
The sleazy captain.
I think you mean Captain
also the
Gerald
king.
Meadenson.
We did vow to look for him, didn't we? At some point. Well, you guys did.
Granted,
I wasn't there for that.
I don't think
granted,
we
I had to
did.
look up the name for the NPC. That was my guy's best friend too. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's been a while.
I mean, I'm also thinking the king missing.
Well, he's fine.
90% of our crew is missing.
Actually, only a few are. And you gained an extra one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And then 3 more.
The entire crew of the ship that I helped is missing.
Yeah. But that was only, luckily, 3 guys.
Yeah, but it's still 3 guys.
Yeah. In this case,
Everyone from my ship is missing too, but only Marcellus counts.
I believe you guys are still missing the elf, Golasan of the Loam-Coated Mud. And
That's good.
And
One of
Whipperting's
them
Whipperting's
died in that ritual thing, right?
that was the Dragonborn.
Okay.
You had 2
Not
Dragonborns,
missing.
but dude one died. Jilvac. And then of course there's your favorite. The halfling, Teddy Yorkshire.
Oh, Teddy.
Whipperting's favorite guy. A halfling that is
'Cause he
canonically less lucky than Mulch.
Yeah. If I was more lucky, I would roll more 1s, ironically.
Alrighty. You get the benefits of your long rest. It's time to remove some red dots after a long time.
Thank fuck.
In my case, I'm gonna go for the yellow dot because who I am, person.
Mm-hmm. You get up to half of your hit dice back.
And that's all of them.
Oh, only up to half.
Well,
Alright.
no, correction. You get half back, basically, but it's a case of you can't go over.
Half rounded up, right?
Well, no, just half.
Yeah, we're at
We're
level 6
level
now,
6.
so it's just 3.
We
Yeah, it's
get
just free. You just get free hit dice back,
Right, that means I'm at 5 hit dice.
which is good.
And I get my spell slots back.
And I kind of tuned in my pants.
And
It's not as impressive as I thought it would be.
also-
Which is expected
on.
from the contents of your pants, yes.
Don't worry, I'm fixing it. Yeah, True Strike pants!
I have given him the greatest of weapons.
See, and because it's Cordell, I imagine him casting through True Strike by thrusting at the air in the direction of whatever the fuck he's doing it on.
Yeah, just get the hands behind the head.
Right.
No,
Like-
the cast True Strike, he pulls up the waistband. Gets it right up underneath the nipples.
Oh, I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you!
Jesus.
Uh,
And then I can just jump
Please.
30 feet because my boots. Oh, that's what I gotta do. I have to cast True Strike and then just jump on somebody like a fucking Mario stomp.
Okay, that's better than what I thought you were gonna say, but okay.
But yeah.
I really thought you were just gonna jump on somebody and hump them.
No, I'm much more classy than that. I would never. I just piss on my friends. I mean, my friends' enemies.
He's resistant to grapple attempts to pull him off, but he will disconnect immediately if someone gets him with a spray bottle.
So, who has armor, actually?
Actually, most of the party. Shelly, Ginny. Does Rainey have armor? Does she have leather armor?
I think I have a studded leather.
I have
think
leather
so.
armor.
Yeah. Hers is made out of Sahagwin.
Nope. Nope, I got no armor.
Okay, no armor yet.
Alright. Who wants fire resistant armor? No one?
I'll take it.
Alright. That was Big Cat,
Get to put a shirt
right?
on.
Yep,
Yes, it was.
that's for Ginny. The blue cat.
Put a shirt on. Yeah. Sorry.
Alright. Ginny. Alright. So, I guess over the course of the long rest, Okon will salt and season and pepper your armor, and it will be somehow be fire resistant at the end of it and smell tasty.
Okay.
It's got that well glazed sheen, you know?
Yeah,
Oh, we're getting barbecue for
really
Labor
soy
Day.
and fat.
Ah,
And the party begins walking up the stairs to leave this place. Temporarily. You're intending to come back, right? Right?
Yep,
fuck that
We're coming
guy.
back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Of course, we're gonna come back.
I was like, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
hopefully
yeah, sure.
Fuck that guy.
Let's trade the nipple for swords.
Let's trade the nipple for swords. That's a heck of a sentence I didn't expect to hear today.
That's one way to start your adventure. I need to save the land. How do I do it?
It's a long walk up those stairs. Like, it was easy going
Yeah.
down, it always is, but doesn't take long before the casts start to burn. The Rangers, I mean, they're taking it mostly in stride, but it's still a case of this is work. You just keep going up and up. It gets to a point where you just look up to see the burning sunlight and the great glorious sky, and there's nothing there, it's just darkness.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
The stairs are still there. You look back to see that there's just darkness as well.
Is
Did
it
we
night?
Did we enter a globe of darkness?
That's what I'm thinking.
You can see
Trapped.
each other. You can see quite far ahead, but you don't see the top of the stairs. You don't see the bottom.
Did nobody ever think we didn't think to bring a torch, did we? Considering.
I have night vision.
Dark vision, not night vision.
One more thing I wanted to ask. Can I actually infuse the cooling breastplate or not?
I think so, yeah.
Because it says...
Can you not do it on an
Non-magical.
already magical item?
Yeah, you can touch a non-magical object and imbue it with one of your infusions.
Fuck it, it's a minorly magical object. You can go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a minor thing. But yeah, back to the party who are currently on a stairway and they don't see the ends of either way. It also starts to curve.
Guys, something has fucked up.
It also starts to curve to the right.
It didn't used to curve, did it?
No, it was a straight line.
What is
Guys?
going on?
There must be some sort of dwarven enchantment here.
Give me wisdom saves. Even the crab.
Fucking hell.
I wasn't the worst.
Yeah. Okan
Okan?
doesn't think anything's wrong.
Let's see here.
Outdone by a crab.
Okan, Mulch, the two of you both hear tickling around your ears. You can feel breath coming into it. You just hear a multitude of mostly feminine voices just whispering to you, do it. Don't ignore it. Keep going. You have to do this. This is all you are. Keep going. Do it. Do it now. Keep going. Don't run away.
I gotta
Don't
punch
give
somebody.
up. Keep on going. No, you just hear that. It just keeps on scratching into your senses.
Is this darkness similar to that encounter I had? I don't even remember where the hell it was. I think it was at another structure.
In the case that it's dark, yes.
Okay.
I mean,
But not the.
yeah. There's not really a texture to darkness, you know? But it definitely feels
question. So yeah, is this darkness that we can see through with our dark vision?
off. I mean, yeah. You can see ahead, but only up to
Okay, so-
60 feet, and there's nothing there. Just more stairs, more walls, more ceiling.
Okay, so we're still able to see. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. You can still see each other.
Stand ahead. That's more what I mean. Yeah.
And yeah,
Guys, how about we try going back down and see what happens?
Okan, Mulch,
Oh, I gotta go forward.
you can't really hear Shelly when she's talking there. Like, her voice sounds like it's muffled. As the whispers just seem to be all your focus. You can see her lips move. You know she's talking. You just can't really make it out.
It's
All
normal.
of us are just the
Just
two
those two.
that failed to save.
Just those two. Funnily enough, the two who have
I'm
no
gonna-
knowledge of anything about this.
I'm gonna keep going, guys. You guys, bye.
Ginny's gonna
I would
grab him.
physically. Yeah, same.
They just
That's
lift.
very rude.
It is quite rude, yeah.
I can't do anything about it.
Fuck manners, and I pull him anyway.
You could. You could do something if you wanted to. It's about how much you trust the party. It's been a day.
Well.
But they're not fish.
Yeah.
Well,
And, you know,
most of them aren't fish.
this is just, it's another kind of suggestion. You know, it's just a bit more forceful than the whispering. I wish they had whispered, but I couldn't hear him. So maybe understandable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we can work this out. I'm gonna get a lawyer.
Yeah, I think Okan is probably too naive to not trust them.
It's also a case of, like, they're talking to you. They are leading you and all, but you can't make out their words right now. It's just that constant stream of him impulsing you to do things, to not shy away, to not run away, to just keep on going. Ignore the pain.
I'm gonna poke Okan. I want to poke Okan's calf and see if he can hear me, or if I can hear him.
Does it?
Alright. Can we hear each other?
Do you say anything to each other?
Hello.
No.
Yeah.
Do their faces look like they're like even paying attention to us, or do they look lost?
Up to them.
Not paying attention. Yeah.
But does
That's
that?
new- that's
But the
normal.
problem is, does that differ for Mulch? You see, that's the issue there.
It's pretty average.
I'm gonna call out to both of them and say, "Come on, let's go this way." And if they don't respond, I'm going to slap the gnome.
No.
There is
Pretty
no
sure.
gnome.
Pretty sure on the Forgotten Realms that is a term for masturbation.
Fuck you!
No, it's beat the halfling. That's the correct term.
What's yours?
What, it's not sharpen the ear?
No.
Just
No,
gonna go
that one
untangle
just
the
sounds
beard for an
painful.
hour.
No, that one I could
Slay
see.
the dragon.
Oh no, I know what the elf
No,
one
that's
is. Obviously,
that's actual intercourse.
I know what the elf one is. I must commune with the spirits, alone in this shed.
No, it's I must explore myself.
That's just too lewd. Come on. Fucking
Or if they're
elves don't
holding
understand
hands.
subtlety.
No, the problem is they're so subtle that they don't understand subtlety.
And with Drow, of course, it's let the game begin.
Yeah, the drow is just like, and let's summon the demons.
Alrighty, guys, so
Feel
you're walking
Satan.
back down the stairs. That's the goal, yes?
I want to. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm trying to pay attention to. Does the stairway seem different going down? Like, has it changed a little bit?
Give me a perception check. A lot of you.
Can I impose disadvantage?
You don't need to, not for this one. Still need Mulch, still need Okon.
Oh, even us?
Yeah,
Oh,
even you
Me
two.
too. All right.
Nice, nice. Ginny, Mulch, Okon, all three of you just sort of stumble, trip a bit, and end up falling forward, and you realize the stairs are going up now. Shelly, Rainey, and Scuttles managed to catch themselves as it only took 1 or 2 steps before you're just now going up again.
We did it!
This way.
You still can't see anything ahead. But you're going up again. Wisdom
Roll to be
saves.
faster.
As you continue to travel, it's now been about 10 minutes. Not that any of you know, you didn't take the feat keen mind.
Fuck.
Okon and I again, too.
Yep, Ginny, you're doing so well. Oh, please let it be just a fucking swap. Ah, okay. Shelly, Ginny, Okon, and Scuttles, assaulted by the same whispers. It's a case of they're still so quiet, but it's like every part of your hearing is dwindling away until it just picks up on that. Shelly
Am I free?
and Ginny, you slightly recognize the voice. Yeah, you're free of it. You don't hear it anymore.
Oh,
It's like you-
fuck.
It's like your ears popped.
Is
So
it?
what's the voice familiar? Who do we recognize it?
It sounds a little bit like the slightly lucid moments of the wife, but it's not. But it's not exact.
Yep.
At times it's higher or lower. There's a bit of an accent on one. Sometimes it's even a bit more guttural, like it's coming from a throat that's not human. Like it changes a lot, and there's a number of voices, but you're able to pick up the differences more because you've some frame of reference. Scuttles is just kind of confused.
I knew we should have killed her.
Well, we don't know if it's her fault yet.
Just for good measure.
There is a growing
Anyway.
chill in the air.
So right now, for approximately the next 10 minutes, nobody can hear each other except myself and Rainey, correct?
It's a perfect time to have a secret conversation on how you're going to screw over the rest of them, yes.
We're gonna steal all their money, and then what do we
You okay,
what do
Pio?
we do?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just that noise.
We're not gonna steal their money.
What money?
We'll give it to orphans. It's for good cause.
The orphans we make by killing their parents.
No.
Let's just keep going.
Are we going up or down? I'm not really sure.
You've been going up this whole time. You don't have a choice.
Okay, we'll see where we land, I guess.
But yeah, it's starting to grow colder. which is a nice change of pace until it keeps on getting cold. Feeling your fur start to stand on end. Goose pimples all over the halfling. Okan fine. Not a fucking problem. Same with Shelly.
I don't know.
Can we see the exit yet?
No. And only 2 of the party can hear the faint grinding from the left and right. There is stone on stone. There is a slight puff of dust as you see the 2 walls closing inwards very gradually.
Run, run, run! Everybody go, go, go! I will try to signal to the party and make run, run, fast, fast.
Make run, run, fast, fast.
Yeah.
The halfling language is truly eloquent. They have 20 words for dinner, but they only have run, run, fast, fast. You need to play a Skaven. That's what you need to do. That is their fucking way of speaking.
I was thinking about that. Kill, mad thing.
He needs to play a Kenku. Because then just he repeats whatever words he's heard.
Well, I'd be good at that.
You would. That's your next character. Anyway, so yeah. The halfling is, I assume, signaling, flailing, trying to get your attentions.
I cast Burning Hands at the party. No, never mind. No, I don't.
It's a trap. We have to run.
They can't make you out, Granny. They can see that there's urgency in your face and movement, but they can't make out the words. All they hear is this constant pressure of whispers. Even Scuttles is slow to respond.
Ugh, I don't want to do this, but I think I should punch him.
It's always
Just
the first
slap
thing.
them.
I love it. Yeah, Rainey?
Yeah, that's me.
Do you have a reasonable suggestion?
Well, we could try just jarring them a bit. Like shake
Yeah,
them.
maybe get behind him. Yeah, push him a little bit, shake him, push him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grab and drag. We got 2 hands.
Give him a jostle.
Yeah.
The grinding sound gets louder, but it also changes a bit. The walls are still closing a little bit, but you feel a tremor in the feet through the stone steps. You feel a great thunderous sound coming from behind. Ginny's able to feel it in his feet. Not so much for Shelley or Okan, they're a bit distracted. As you turn down, look up as well, you do see something ahead at last. A great wall of water surging up and down at the same speed.
Oh, this is not
From
ideal.
floor to ceiling.
Okay.
On the fire island? Come on, the irony. The irony. We drown on the fire island.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you can drown. Well, oh wait, Shelly can't talk.
You can't
She
talk,
can't
you
talk,
just can't
she
hear him.
hear.
Am I still hearing the voices?
Yep.
Yeah.
But you're able to feel in your toe beans, as we say. The tremors, the
I mean,
rumbles.
I don't think I can do very much. I rolled shitty on everything.
I shoot the water.
I'm going to go up to the water.
I really want to say you miss the water in that first shot.
That's pretty bad.
It's coming at a rate of knots. Like, you have 1 round to decide what to do before
Shoot
you
the
are
water.
smashed by both sides.
Shelly's going for the water. Let's be realistic here.
Just pull your
It's
hair
still
back
hurt.
and
It hits
run.
you hard enough. it's like a fucking Avengers movie. I'm like Iron Man, shooting shit out of my hands, just running at the water.
Yes, you're exactly Tony Stark.
Yeah, me, Tony Stark. Yeah.
Remember in
No.
Iron Man 2 when he got shit-faced at the party? That is Mulch. As he just stands in front of Pepper Pot, just says, people always ask me, how do I pee in this suit? Like that. Before telling Shelley, no, it's filtered, you can drink it. But yeah. So Shelly's running for water because that's her natural habitat. Mulch has decided to shoot at it with his radiant bolts of power.
Am I still hearing the voices?
Yeah. But you can see these big
Fuck.
fucking walls of water coming towards you at a rate of knots.
What are the voices saying?
It is a constant tirade of ignore the pain, keep going, you have to do this. This was all you were made for. You were born for this. You will never be free without this. Keep going, don't give up. But
Fuck.
it sounds
Ginny
aggressive.
walks towards the water.
All right, so that's 3 of the party. Rainy and Okon, and Scuttles.
Yeah. So we do hear the. Do I actually
You see
see
it,
anything
yeah.
or hear?
You see the
Yeah,
water.
alright.
The walls are still closing in.
That I don't see, presumably.
You pick up on it at this point because you can see the wall. Like it's a moment of second. Like you can see the water coming towards you, and also the stairs ahead are narrower.
All right. So basically, this looks like a bad way to go, and we should probably go back.
Like I said, the water's coming from both sides. It's surging up
Oh.
and down the same
Oh,
way,
sorry.
almost like we're on an even plane.
I
Come back.
don't think I have anything here.
It's okay if you don't have anything. That's fine as well.
Purify food and drink.
No,
That's
I'd rather be
purify
killed by
water.
holy water.
I mean, if mulch goes into the water, you probably do want to purify it. Yeah.
I mean, that's fair for both of his characters so far.
For the
A
same
knack for this kind of thing.
For the same reason, they're both filthy. Like mulch probably does have quite a bit of mud on him just to cool down.
It is practical in some sense.
Yeah. And the fact that he was just wearing
just
a
gross.
bundle of leaves before. All right,
Sadly,
Rainy.
that was.
Any action? Any thought?
Scuttles will likely head to the water. I'm just going to try and charge out for the entrance and keep going up.
A moment passes and the water smashes the party. Senses knocked out. There is a faint hint of the grinding of the stone walls continuing. And then there's just the calm rushing of water. The whispering is gone, senses are back, and there is the horrible heat pounding down on you all. But you are all pushed together in a broken rowboat on the beach.
Does it? Oh,
Yeah, well, I gotta move it to the island because you're now on the island, not there. You're now over here.
Okay. We got flushed down the toilet.
So it seems. Interesting though that we're in a boat right now.
It's a small, broken rowboat. It's beached.
Yeah, just funny place to end up. It seems like it's been here for a while.
Yeah? You've seen it before. Well, Mulch hasn't.
Okay. But the party has.
The party has.
So they know where we
Did
are.
I, or was that before me?
No. You were there as well.
Guys, we're over here now?
You are unscathed,
Ah!
but you are all soaked.
At least we're back on the surface.
To
Yeah.
do this again. To end up on the shore.
She holds up a finger and says, "Did anybody else hear the king's wife talking in that?
Oh,
What?
Oh, you haven't met the king's wife yet.
The Rosé, yeah.
No.
Ginny will say yes.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. Something
Well.
is not. Fuck off.
It's not mutually exclusive.
So, okay, that's a bad sign. So whatever's going on with her is not the king.
Boom!
Is this supposed to make sense?
Okay, you guys haven't met the king and his wife yet. There's a Kuotoa who is married a human woman, and she's creepy.
She's creepy.
Wait, she's the creepy one between the Kuatoa and her?
Yes.
Yes.
Shit.
I mean,
Yes.
the king's just adorable.
I beg to differ, sir.
Then
he bubbles at the mouth. It's so cute.
he rubs it in her face.
No.
And she likes it?
I don't think she's alive.
Okay.
It's the, when you meet them, you'll see what we mean. And they teleport all over the island and run into us even when we leave them places.
Speaking of which,
Okay.
The lady, one time she even managed to move without any of us realizing it. Then they just appeared and then they just disappeared again. She made the island go dark. Wait,
was that her?
yes, that was her.
Okay.
Well, she's assuming.
Oh.
It could have been a
Oh.
coincidence.
Well, yeah, either it was a coincidence or she did it.
Or she might have just stumbled down there and made
So, question
way
for
out.
the end.
Yes.
Has there at any time actually been an incident like that where the island had gone dark?
Nope, not for you. Not for Mulch.
Oh,
That was a few days before we arrived, I think.
well, how long have we been on this island by now?
4 or 5 days apiece.
All
yeah.
right.
It's been rough. But yeah, you had no implication of night apart from you can see the sunset and the sky does not change brightness whatsoever. There is no sunset. It's just
The sun
always
just isn't there for a while.
it's just always bright and blue.
But that was terrifying. We should probably go find her, right?
Well, we need to go back to the giant dick. I have an inkling she might be there.
I'm so happy that's been the running thing. Once you go big, you can't go back, can you? Shelley was told go big or go home, and she decided both.
I want to go home.
I'll give you that one, Corvus. That was fucking funny.
Fuck you, a lot of them are funny.
Eh.
Oh boy.
He does say I'll give you that one pretty often, doesn't he?
Yeah. Phrasing.
Almost like we're funny. Yeah.
Corvus is, you're not.
Don't you do that. He's my VRE. It's just I'm not as merciful as Perkins. Alright, guys. You're still in that rowboat, still slumped against each other.
How far away
Shelly
from
will
the
climb
coast
out of
are
the
we?
rowboat.
Okay, well, Battlebread?
How far away from the coast are we?
You're on the coast.
Oh, on the coast. So
You're on the beach.
stranded, basically. Beached rowboat.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
All
it is
right, let's get
yeah, it's beached and broken.
let's get out of this rowboat.
Yeah, I want to look
We
around the beach a
should
little bit.
Shelly's climbing out.
because
Oh.
the water's not exactly good to swim in.
Yeah.
At least we're closer to camp.
Yeah. I don't know where that camp is.
Well, here's the
I
great
have
thing.
no
He can finally point at it, and you will see in the distance, cresting above a rocky outcrop, a huge, masterfully sculpted wooden penis.
Home sweet home.
God, don't call
Shelly
it
will
home.
point out and say. Shelly will point it out and say, "There, you see the giant penis?"
The great part is, if you look
Yes.
really close, you might even see the scratch marks from Ginny repeatedly climbing it.
Ow.
I only climbed it twice, I think.
Come on, I think you'd know. When you climb up on something
You
like
want
that
me to
there, you're
skip?
gonna know if you're on it or not. But
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
Mulch, you want to look around the beach?
Yeah, I want to see if there's any evidence of the party's previous walking through here, so we can see if there's any evidence of how long it's been. I'm curious if it was just instant teleport or if it's been days.
Just to be slightly cruel, I'll let you roll investigation.
Ah, shit.
Or acrobatics, if you can justify it.
I do. Never mind.
No, that's enough. As you leap out of the boat, you're trying to do a little style point. I mean, come on, you want to show off after stumbling around the stairs for a bit. I mean, you tripped up there. That was kind of embarrassing.
Well, it was
a little
embarrassing.
bit.
That was
Yeah,
embarrassing.
A little bit. Not that anyone really is going to judge you for it, but in you, it's a little pride. But as you kickflip out, doing a 6 Sabat twirl as well, you knock out one of the planks of the boat, dislodging it, shifting a bit, and you can see that underneath Ginny, there is a small withered feather.
Feather.
A feather.
A feather.
A grey one. It looks really old, really dried out.
Yes. Ask the party if they have any pet birds.
No.
Well, maybe we should move this boat. I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Whatever you say.
What do you want to do with a boat? For some reason.
Put it over.
Just flip it over, okay. Is anyone going to help him do that, or are we going to enjoy the show?
I said I'd help.
Oh, that's
I
great,
don't know
actually.
why we are doing it.
That's great. I
That's
just
fun.
want these two,
All right.
because it's athletics.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
An 8?
To athletics?
Yeah.
I didn't think you had like a +2 in strength. Huh.
Yeah, I have a 14 in strength.
Oh, right, it's Ginny that
Wait.
has no upper arm strength whatsoever. But yeah, okay, you flip the boat in one smooth motion. That's been achieved. I guess Mulch has a home now.
Yeah. I'm gonna get inside the boat.
Yeah, she just looks at Mulch and says, "Why did we do that?"
I don't know. We just did.
Waste good rolls.
You You're one of those fuckers that like opens the doors to all the stalls in the restroom too, aren't you?
No,
Just because.
He's the one who steps into the elevator, hits all the buttons, then moves out of it.
I've thought about that a few times.
You see?
The first team effort the party have really had. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just follow the
All
party
right.
wherever you guys want to go.
All right. Different question. Do we go deliver the nipple first? Or are we going to search for the warehouse?
I think the nipple is the best idea for now, just because we know where it is, we know where we're going.
But we do have to travel back up and down those stairs again.
That is true.
Well, why don't we get the nipple and then go to the warehouse?
Well, importantly, okay,
We don't
the
know where the
warehouse.
warehouse is.
You do have a rough idea. To tell you. There's one mainly southwards, and there's also one on around this side of the island. And the south one's way further down.
All right, so we could go to the warehouse and then on the way back stop by to get the nipple.
All right.
So there's your two destinations he's marked out, basically. The only ones he knows of.
Sure.
Where's the nipple on this map?
It's at the camp, so here.
There we go. Okay.
I think.
Well-
That's like what, half a day?
Where are we right now?
On the beach. It's nice. You're
The
where the
northern
crab.
crab.
You're where the crab is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't we go across to the nipple first and then go straight down?
The
Yeah,
thing
that's
is,
fine.
how heavy is that?
I mean,
nipple?
that's usually what I go for as well, but you have to make sure you do both of them.
God.
Damn it. What?
It's all right. I'll carry the nipple. I know how to handle nipples.
What is this session becoming? Holy shit.
So you head back to camp. It's a fairly nice, sun-drenched, as always, walk.
One more thing I have to ask. In this camp where we have the nipple and the dick mast, do you also have a sack?
Fucking
You could ask the fanfish for
You
one.
do-
I'm sure he'd make it.
I mean, you do have a dark
Jesus
passage.
Christ.
You do have a dark passage where you want to be on your knees.
God damn it, Corvus.
Actually, I mean a literal sack bag.
I swear we did have some.
The fanfish has been working on them, yes.
Alrighty. Because then I can help with carrying the nipple. Because I can make a bag of holding.
What?
So that would actually solve the transportation issues.
Mm-hmm.
That actually will be nice to have.
Yep.
Then, if we ever find any loot, we can keep that too.
Yes.
Did you really just put Mudman on the map?
He's out there somewhere. No, I
He
didn't,
could show up at any time.
no, I didn't touch Mudman's token.
I deleted that when we got up
Ah.
here first.
But yeah, it's, most of the day, but then it's not like the day changes. You just feel time pass by imperceptibly. But you crest over.
I will introduce Mulch and the big man to the fanfish. And I'll just say he's different. Just let him be. But he'll help us out.
Yeah, I'll run through the introduction for the benefit of Battlebread as well, in case of... Invis is a ravine with a great roaring waterfall. But here, it's a little bit colder than the normal temperature, and you can see that there are several ships properly mauled and scuffed up. You can see especially on this one, although it is present on the others, but in this one is more pronounced, you can see several large, long columns denting into the hull, as if it was clutched and gripped by an enormous hand.
Alright. So,
And then, as you look
fairly
around,
similar.
you can see the rest of the clutch that the party has obtained. There are a few sailors who don't have tokens because of simplicity, like upload limits and all that there. There is a female dragonborn. There's a female tiefling. They're all... by this point, everyone is clothed as well. There are a couple of male sailors. And also a kobold. And the main centerpiece really is the workshop, which is staffed by... You assume a male. Lizard folk, it's hard to tell. But he has been tearing apart all kinds of wild animals that have been brought over, along with whatever corpse of enemies. And helping him, very subserviently, is a fire newt, who has a lot of bandages around his side. You can also see up on the ship, which has the enormous penis, on the tip of the prow is a Kuatoa brandishing a rusty sword and shield.
Oh, okay. And they're all friendly.
Actually, well,
Yeah.
all the sailors are friendly. The fanfish hasn't given you any notice, nor the fire newt seems to be occupied, and the king has his own agenda.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
the Kuatoa is the king.
Yep, that's the king.
Yeah, they did say.
Where is his wife?
There is also a general build-up of some actual furniture made from bits and pieces of the ships. There are benches, chairs, there are surfaces to sit on, to relax on. A few hammocks slung about as well. Like, this is becoming a bit more cozy.
Where's the wife?
She was just recently moved away.
I saw. Yeah.
As I was updating tokens, yes.
Does she have a name? Am I just an asshole?
Hmm?
Does she have a name and I just forgot what it was? Because
She does have a name, yes.
You are an asshole, and so am I, because I do not remember the name either.
Hold on. Her name is.
This is why you keep notes.
Uh.
To get brownie
Man,
points
Yes,
of a
that's what I'm
DM.
looking for.
Because right now,
Um,
if Rena finds this, she's better than you guys.
Selena
Oh
Wintermark.
yeah,
Wittermerk, but close.
that
Yeah,
sounds right.
Whittermark.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is her.
See, I knew it when I heard it.
Selena Wittermerk.
And the king is just the king.
Just the king. He does have a name, but it's a load of burbles. You're never going to pronounce it without having some serious dentistry done to you. They have to put that drainage hose into your mouth to get the right noises.
Do I get bonus points for saying the two crew members that we saved?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because they're here too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's Sulzat. I can't pronounce that worth a damn.
Regados.
R-E. Yeah, Regados. And then Penitz. Fucking hell.
That's a real one, though. That is a human one used in the wild.
Yes, I know it is. That's what I'm like. Is it McKithwaite?
Hang on. We'll give it a try. Y'all get an
I want to
attempt.
see how it's.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Good luck.
So what was the name of the king's wife again? That
Selena?
Selena Whittermark.
Yeah, Wittermark.
Mark.
Double T. If you can do it in one attempt, you get an inspiration.
I feel like it's not what it looks like. I mean,
like this? Oh, okay.
It's simpler.
eh,
That sounds like an attempt.
eh,
Right.
Neil.
Nope, no one gets inspiration. Micklethwaite.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
Fuck. I overthought it. So it's got to be some sort of silent letter shit. No, it's exactly what it looks like.
Yep. And also the Kobold Miner, Rip a Chip, Scribble Rich.
I wrote that one down. I like the name, so I wrote it down.
Yep.
A female elf, was that the king's wife?
She's not an elf.
Or she's a human.
Yeah, she's a human.
All right. So female
Although the party
dragonborn
might contest
is-
that. So yeah, welcome to the camp.
Where is the king's wife?
You don't see her.
We could ask him.
What is the king doing right now?
He is posing on
King
top
shit.
of the point of the prow. Sword drawn and shield against him.
Ah, I knew it was a bard.
I call for the king. Hello, king.
There is a lot of crackling and popping and burping. And then he falls.
He's fine, right?
Onto the deck or into the water?
Onto the ground.
Ow. Ow.
He's pretty
I asked
badly
if he is
bloodied
okay.
as he bashes and tumbles
Ooh.
down.
Oof.
Oh no, I must heal the poor man. For I am a good person.
Wow.
Do you want to try that again? Maybe with feeling?
I don't have any way to heal him. I have there's nothing I can do.
Why did you bother then? You could just say I run over to help him up.
Yeah.
Although, like, here's the thing. I always imagine him as being, like, dwarf height. But then I've actually got a few minis of the Koatoa, and they're fucking terrifyingly large. They are full person size. But yeah, in his case, he's still a runt. What's the 5 for?
Well, then I can help him up in that case.
That was for my experimental elixir for the day. And it is flight. The drinker gains a flying speed of 10 feet for 10 minutes.
That's cool. You could probably do some good scouting from up there.
Yeah, it's just 10 feet. It's
For 10
really
minutes?
slow.
Yeah, but you can keep going up and up and up, and then have no issues
And
at
then
all
you
when
can
the time
come back
runs out.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make sure you come back down.
Yeah, he's burbling, frothing, leaping around, limping quite pronouncedly. It looks like that
Okay.
one of those knees is definitely broken. But he just keeps going.
God. Oh, what a horrible thing.
Yeah, it cracks more and more with each step he goes on.
King, hold on. Just wait right there.
He throws his
Where
arms
is
up
your
into
wife?
the air, with the rusty sword flying through the air, near one of the sailors who quickly steps out of the way as it clanks there and breaks a little more off it. And there is just a huge carpet of froth building up from his chin downwards.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they didn't tell you, he doesn't speak English because he's a Kuatoa.
What
Yeah.
does he speak?
Is he friendly?
Yes. King, are you okay?
His eyes are, for a moment, go pinprick small and then fully dilated to the point where you can't see any other color except darkness. He reaches down, scooping up like a handful of some of his foam and starts to spread it down onto the stones at the floor. A big, curving S-like smear. And then he scrapes off some more and then just belly flops, grinding himself against it for a moment before standing up and then just repeatedly stamping his foot along the S path.
Yeah, S. That could
Broken
be
leg.
Celine. Or it could be Silence. Is like we should knock his lights out, you know? So he's not in pain?
Yeah, this is the first time for you, Mulch, remember? You haven't met him before.
Yeah, so if we put him out of his misery right now, he won't be in pain anymore. But
I just shoot Mulch a look and I just say, Where's Selena?
One question. This, the king, does he look crispy or blubbery like the other Kuatoas, or does he look normal?
He looks perfectly normal.
All right.
He's not crispy. He's not
Quote
translucent.
unquote
For a Kuatoa, he looks normal.
normal.
Although he's
Yeah.
a bit more vibrant looking than other Kuatoa. Not that most of you would know. Limited experience with the things in the Underdark. He also doesn't seem to have any issue with the daylight. But yeah, whenever you talk about like where's Selena, he continues to froth again and then starts to reach down and starts to drag his fingers against the stonework to the point where you start to see blood emerge as a claw pops off. But then he starts to use that as well in order to paint. Before finally just putting a long trail, Shelly, right down your left leg in a straight line. And then he starts to add little notches to it, like every 2 inches. Before looking up at you and his eyes slowly refocusing back to normal. Blood pissing out of his finger.
So your wife has gone away.
I guess I will season the fish with some fish oil.
He is rich in omega-3.
Succeeding.
Do you get the double your modifier yet?
Let's see.
You're an alchemist, right?
Does it work for healing too?
Well, it's been really saving us in Curse of Strahd.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's 8. That gets him off the bloody state.
8.
And yeah, Vera's just up popping and burbling a froth as he looks at you, Shelly. He does look distressed. Sort of. It's a tough one to tell. Roll me insight.
Okay.
Anyone else who wants to try to interpret the king?
No, I see. I thought I was the weird friend here.
Okay.
And behind you, Mulch flumps down a huge, burly lizard folk, who is just slung with a massive stick filled with dead animals dangling off it.
Oh wow! Good job.
There's a snort from her nose, and then she just hands you this. Well, it's a sliced open fruit. You were kind of expecting one that was whole. But, you know, this is good. This won't explode.
Oh, a tasty snack.
And then also a dried fish is slapped on top of it.
Oh, thank you very much.
She seems kind of nonchalant.
I got a snack.
Yeah, Shelly and Okon? Yeah, you're pretty sure he's distressed, Rainey? Yeah, he's also distressed. It's kind of easy to read him, actually. He's pretty panicked.
He probably doesn't know where she is. And just saw her walk off in a certain direction.
Probably why he was standing on that on the perch.
Yeah, on the prow.
Probably why he just drew a straight line.
Yeah.
There's a conjoined, expanding bubble between lip and nostril that then pops, and he walks over to you, Mulch,
Ew.
and pounces you.
Hi.
You do anything
Guys,
about it?
help! Please help, guys.
You've got to beat a 4,
This is disgusting.
or do
I
you
can
let
do,
it happen?
Can I acrobatics or athletics here, or is that the?
Yeah, and you can't fail
I'll athletics. I'll athletics for good. Oh.
for sportsmanship. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
ease him off you while he's just sort of panic flailing.
I'll put my arm around his shoulder and hold him, a little bit while we're on the ground.
He just starts to draw weird symbols and bizarre geometry and a few calculus suggestions as well.
There's no tracks or anything, is there?
Not really here because there's so much, foaming spray, and also the stone's generally just wet anyway. But I mean, on your way back, you didn't see any tracks. And it's pretty obvious whenever you're walking back because of all the sand.
Should we grab the nipple and at least try to make our way back and just try and keep an eye out for her?
I mean, we could bring the king. Maybe he'll be able to point us to her if they're near. But whatever happened in that in those stairs seems to be related to this. Hmm.
Any concrete ideas?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna ask Glyphanfish, how long has she been gone? And did he see anything? Like, did she say anything going anywhere? Anything?
It was sunrise, sunset. To sunrise. One day she there,
Oh.
next none.
Would that have been about the same time we were around the ruins?
That's not long after you guys left.
Left, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't we encounter her in the jungle?
Nope. Not there. You.
No, the only time we encountered her was with the king.
Oh, that seems like a pretty cursed area, but maybe she was actually looking out for us, and there was maybe actually she teleported us out of danger. I don't know. Could be an idea.
So I don't work on bow now, on arrow. I have quiver. 2 quiver.
I'll take that quiver, and if you have any arrows.
Yeah, 40 arrows.
Done.
I make strips of belt, bags, packs. We'll probably rot in month or 2, but for now is good.
We should probably cover the nipple. Carry it in a bag.
Don't want to leave it poking out, it attracts too much attention.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Battlebird mention the bag of holding?
Yeah. Yeah, you can turn one of those horrible organic sacks into a nice bag of holding that'll last forever. Which we assume Okon does, right?
How big is the nipple again?
Like I said, it's bigger than your palm. Pretty big, like it spills over. But
So
like a
not as
like
big
a
as a
big old
bread box.
softball.
Yeah, I think we went sort of melon size. Like not full watermelon,
Like a cantaloupe.
sort of like a honeydew.
Okay.
Not too obscenely
I'm
large.
wondering if I should ditch the alchemy jug or a fire resistance armor. Because alchemy jugs can be useful and they can be used to create acid.
And water. Water's quite handy.
That too. And oil and wine and mayonnaise.
Yep. And the other big
That was amazing.
and the other big lizard folk that the normal party recognize as truth just passes through what look like actual water skins, and they've been patched up.
That's pretty nice.
Just grunts out, found, south. No leak.
Oh,
And she just sort of shuffles away. She does do,
maybe
like,
there's
she glances back and just, you see her nodding her head at each of you slightly, just to take count and stock. Before she just gives a grumble and climbs back out of the ravine to go do more hunting.
What other equipment did LaFanfish make?
Actually, he wasn't having to do anything at that point. He was just sort of making stuff for the hell of making it.
like the furniture and
Um,
stuff.
Yeah, and
Are the sailors around?
yeah, and the sailors are also armed with spears and longer bits. But you see, they've actually been doing some work. They've been fishing.
Good, they're still useful.
Good for them.
Yeah, they don't have
We
to
can
die
keep 'em
yet.
around.
And they're all clove too, which is always a bonus. Oh, did we lose someone?
Yep, I just
I
came
did
back.
temporarily.
Ah.
I don't know who, but
Me.
Welcome back. Whereas your Saltmarsh sailors are all just kind of tooling around on this boat. Like they're, trying to get things in place. It's not really a case of we're fixing this, it's more just sort of we're keeping busy.
Is that boat still buzzing like fuck?
Yes. But it's quieter than it was because you managed to, push some down. And you hope that some of them have died since, but, it's hard to tell.
All right, so we were gonna grab the nipple and head to a warehouse, and then back to the forge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else we need here before we head out?
You always climb the penis for old time's sake.
I climbed the
And an
penis
extra
and looked around.
scout.
Give me a perception check. You see more than you were hoping for. Walking through the ocean on this bit of shore, you see the familiar shape, but now without the fog shrouding it. It's still far in the distance, but fucking hell, the size of it. You see it stomping towards the south. It is immensely broad-shouldered. It has thick, club-like limbs, but you can see in its grip is another ship. And the other hand is a clutch of boats. You finally see in the daylight without the fog that it's a rock texture. It is made of dirt, stone, oars. Then you keep looking up to see that planted on the massive shoulders is this immensely tall column, but you can just barely make out stairs, railings, doorways, and windows. And blazing out of the top of it, stinging your eyes and honestly making you want to climb back down, is a huge, glowing, bright light rotating around it.
Like a lighthouse?
Yes.
The walking lighthouse.
Jeez.
And it is stomping its way down south. Through the ocean.
I'm just gonna climb down and say, if you guys wanted to figure out or see how we got here, it's coming.
Well, it's not
Oh, I
coming
gotta look at
towards you,
this.
it's just on the island. Well, near the island.
Now we can clearly see it,
You know what I
though.
mean? It's down here. Basically.
We're lucky it wasn't bringing another ship here. But it seems like it's been around. It was down south previously, so it seems like it's putting more ships down there right now. I don't know, but if it's been doing it for 1,200 years, fucking, I don't know.
this is gonna sound fucked up, but it might have some metal and other stuff that we could use at the forge. We might want to check it out.
Oh shit, you're right.
Ginny, roll me a con save. It takes a while, but you're going to get those little bright specks out of your eyes each time you blink. You're fine. But it really
That's
was.
from looking at the lighthouse.
It really was like looking at the sun for a moment.
Mm.
And on that revealing cliffhanger, with the party's objectives sorted, objectives in mind, destinations planned, we're going to end tonight's session because we have overrun because we started late. I think some people would like to go to bed or whatnot.
Mhm.
That is correct. I do have to get up early.
Yeah, so we'll end tonight's session here and hopefully be back next week.
All right.
Everyone okay with that? No appointments?
Yep, sure, I'll be good.
Should be fine.
Should be fine as long as, California doesn't flip.
So it's a 50-50
No, just
chance we'll be
Detroit's
back.
underwater, I think.
It's a 50-50 chance.